Shaftesbury will take centre stage when the Dorset Climate Emergency Conference, Dorset COP, comes to the Exchange in Sturminster Newton on the 1st of November. The day-long event brings together communities from across the county to share ideas, inspire action and celebrate the creative ways Dorset's responding to the climate crisis. It's a chance for people to connect, learn and take home new ideas that can make a difference where they live. Jenny Morissetti is the chair of Sustainable Dorset and a member of the Town Council's Sustainable Shaftesbury Advisory Committee, or SUSAC. She's leading the team coordinating this year's COP25.
So when we started 3 years ago, we had the idea to bring environmental organisations together from across the county, because we're quite a spread out county, and one, for example, in Shaftesbury, we don't necessarily know what's going on in Lyme Regis. And we can learn from each other, and we don't want to duplicate what someone else is doing. So we organised this event and then thought it could mirror the COP, so hence the name. And this will be the third one that we're holding in the north of the county in Sturminster Newton.
What happens at the COP?
So we've organised are 15 different workshops. The whole emphasis is not on being talked at, but communicating with the people that are there. So everyone has a chance to say something, to also find out things and to be involved in the different activities.
Now, it's important, I guess, that people who make decisions go along to these sessions and engage, like councillors or MPs. Have you had any success with that, or was it very much a kind of a breakaway organisation?
No, definitely not. We've got at least 2 MPs who will be attending, and we're working quite closely with the council so that we know what they're what's up to date, what they're doing in the different topics we're covering. So, for example, the waste stream, we're looking at where the council will be represented there, and so will some of the other departments. So, no, we definitely recognise that we need to work together, because also we want them to be there to hear feedback from the people who are attending the different workshops.
From the previous Dorset COPs, do you think you've got any wins? You've affected change, policies have been reversed or tailored?
I think that would be a bit hard to judge, but we do have some very encouraging feedback, or we have in the past. And also it's interesting to note that Wiltshire held their own COP and said it was inspired by us.
What are you looking for then in terms of the number of speakers and the kind of variety in the programme with people who will be talking?
Well, I tried to make sure that we're not duplicating everything we did last year and the year before. So we've looked at some new topics. We also, some of the things were really taken up and we want to develop further. So that's the food strategy, because the government are coming up with a new food strategy, and we feel this is a good opportunity for those interested in the supply of food and food waste and all the other aspects of putting together Dorset's response to the national strategy. So that's taking over 2 sessions. And then, for example, retrofit and renewable energy. We've got a session on how can communities become their own power stations.
Other highlights include sessions on restoring Dorset's rivers and shaping a waste-free future for Dorset, including Dorset Council's recycling specialist Martin Gregory. There'll also be discussions about community ownership, with Sturminster Newton's Pauline Batstone talking about the success of the store's The Emporium in 1855. And there'll be a workshop on improving public transport and a talk on retrofitting homes for energy efficiency.
So Howard Johns, who I listened to at Frome at Town Council, organised an energy meeting. And his idea, I mean, it's similar to things that have happened in the past. So there's a representative from each street. And then if you've got 10 streets involved, that's about 100 people. And then with that much buying power, you're good for a bank loan so that you can fund the project. And then he organises, his team are qualified and will sign off the work that local plumbers and electricians.
There'll be a creative side to the day too. In the afternoon, Jenny will appear in the Climate Conversations Through Clothing event. She'll discuss Defashion Dorset, the sustainable clothing movement she founded and operates from her home at Hawker's Farm near Duncliffe Wood.
We'll have the costumes from Arts University Bournemouth their climate costumes, which are quite stunning to see. And then we've got a section on clothes swapping. There's only one or two permanent clothing swap shops in the country, and there's one in Bournemouth. So Alice, who was one of the speakers at D-Fashion Dorset, will hopefully be coming along to the COP to explain how her shop works. You get tokens, you bring in a number of items, and then you get tokens for them, and then you can just use them as a shopping token. So every time you come into the shop, you can, if you've still got tokens left, you use those and choose items that someone else has brought in.
How important do you think that it is that it's happening in North Dorset? Because it was Bournemouth last time. Do you think it'll change the feel of the event? And are you purposely giving it a North Dorset approach?
Yes, we are. And we had comments like, why would you have it in North Dorset when it's so difficult to get there? And that's really one of the primary reasons, because people don't realise how isolated we can be with very poor transport connections. And what we're doing is running a joint cycle from Blandford, so people can join up a qualified leader, and she will lead the cyclists along the trailway to the 9 miles to Sturminster Newton. We're also running a WhatsApp car sharing scheme, so people can register where they come from and if they'd be happy to give a lift or if they're seeking a lift. And we've also letting people know where the bus routes are and that kind of thing. So we're trying to make it as environmentally friendly as possible.
Are you expecting a big turnout in terms of numbers of people that go along?
Yes, we are. We've sold more tickets than we had this time last year. We've already hit over 100. We've had lots of really encouraging feedback from our Facebook advertising. So we've got lots of new people coming who haven't been in the past, and we're really hoping for a sellout event. And also we're running a pay what you can. So we're suggesting £10, but if people can't afford that, or if people would like to pay more so that they're covering someone else's costs, that would be very welcome.
Oh, so you can pay it forward, as it were?
Yes, exactly. And many people have done that. So we really would like to say a big thank you to those that have helped fund the event for others to attend for free.
You can get the full programme and book your place on the online booking website Humanitix. Just search for Dorset COP 2025 Sturminster Newton. Jenny Morissetti there.